You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. All right, we already know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Come on in, people. Come on in. 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 I love being black. Black love, black unity, black power. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, people. All right. I need everybody to share the video. Need you to do that, and I'm acknowledge some people. I promised to acknowledge Miss Joanne from yesterday, but I don't know if I got a chance to do it. But Joanne, it was nice meeting you. I met you in Robbins at the flea market. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Roosevelt. Good evening, Roosevelt. Roosevelt, there's been a change of plan. There's been a change of plan, Roosevelt. Just stay tuned. There's been a change of plan. Tracy Taylor. Hey, Tracy, how are you? All right, Miss Emma Harris, what's going on? This is live, uncut, unedited. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tuning in, check in, check in, check in. This is Chicago, and we're going to be talking about some things here in Chicago. We're going to try to get into that P. Diddy stuff and get into that. Oh, my buddy, what's going on, Lanisha? I see you. Good evening. Good evening to you. Oh, my wonderful friend Peggy Gay and supporter. Thank you so much, Peggy. Appreciate your love and all the blessings that you send toward my way. I appreciate it. You know, let me just say this, people. When people give monetary, that shows you that they have another level of support for you, and I appreciate that. And those that can't give, but if you can pray for the success of this podcast, that would be great. If you pray for me, that would be great. Don't pray on me, but pray for me and pray with me. And the Bible said prayer, faith without works is dead. So don't be praying and you don't believe. We on, people, come on in. Come on in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're going to get started shortly. And everything's going to be all right. All right, Denise Blunt, what's going on? I see you. Jeremiah Penn, what's up? Live, uncut, unedited. Martin, did they ever catch that young man? I haven't read anything, but I heard on somebody else's page that he turned himself in. So, you know, that's hot and miss. My brother Muhammad, how you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother? Peace and blessings. Keena Nicole, what's going on, Keena Nicole? I see you. All right. Aaron, justice for Javion McGee. Peggy said, I'm not going to be on too long. I have the flu and I am going to bed by 10 o'clock. All right, Peggy. My prayers goes out to you for speedy recovery. Thank God for you, too. Faithful supporter. Letha Cox, what's going on? Brother Leonard, I'm listening. I see you, Sarge, in the house. DJ Sarge in the house. I appreciate everybody tonight. We're just going to go on how the Spirit takes us. And I just want to say to all my wonderful supporters that have been there from the start, from the beginning. And those that came along, I appreciate you too as well. It's been a journey, but the journey is not completed. I'm often reminded of a song. It's a song that I said, I wouldn't take nothing from a journey. I've got to make it to heaven somehow. So it wouldn't take nothing from a journey. It said, Satan has offered me everything that's got a name, all the wealth I want. Worldly fame if I could, still I wouldn't take nothing from a journey. I tell you, this thing is real, people. Wouldn't take nothing from a journey. I definitely wouldn't take nothing from a journey. And again, I love being black. I thank God for my kinky hair. Thank God for my caramel complexion. Thank God for my full lips. Thank God for my brown nose. Black power to the last hour. Race first. I didn't have no control on how I came on this earth in this complexion or to my parents. I didn't choose my parents. God gave them to me. Now I could choose a wife. I could choose a friend. I could choose a lot of things. But I thank God for mercy and grace that He spared my life. I'm 55 years old. God say the same. I'll be 56 next month. Still going strong. Thank God. Thank God for His mercies and grace. Tell you, let me acknowledge some more people. Deborah Singleton, I see you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Sharice Rice, thank you so much for sharing it. Thank you so much. All right, Shaka Harris. Hey, you. What's up, Shaka? What's going on? All right. Crime Chaser, smooth operator. All right. All right. Miss Queen, what's going on? What's going on? Good to see you on here, listening in live, uncut, unedited. I hope that you can get something from this live as usual. You've been a faithful follower. I appreciate you. My beautiful black queen. She's a beautiful person. Appreciate you. Hopefully one day I can see you in the flesh, live in the flesh. Kiana, Rose, my brand. Hey, how you doing? All right, we're ready. LaDonna Horton, what's up? How's head? How's head? What's up? How's head? I see you. I see you. Marion Beck said hello to everyone. Carol Hayes, Hazelwood. Hey, Carol, how you doing? How you doing? Felita Rankins. Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. All right. All right. BH in the house. Good evening. I see you. I see you. I see you. What's that? VI Mike. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Jeremiah Penn. What is the discussion today? We're going to see what happened. We're going to see where the Lord takes us today. Viola Turner, Travis.
Sarge.
How you doing? How you doing? Loretta, just passing through. I appreciate you, Loretta, just passing through. Hello, everybody. Oh, one of my favorites, Mama Sita. How you doing? Mama Poppins. All right, Mama Sita. I see you. Tracy, I think. Okay, how you doing? I love being black. I see my brother Nathan. Man, Nathan, we worked on the nail protests, and it's been about 5 years now. I think about 5 years we worked on the protests. But I appreciate you guys. Before we get started, please share the video. I'm going to share it. Also, I need for those that are not subscribed to my YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube. Thank you so much. At Martin G. Johnson. All right, my YouTube people are showing up. I got about 28 people on here for YouTube. Look at God. Look at God. I tell you, that's a blessing. I remember when I first started on YouTube, I didn't have one person looking at my YouTube. Nobody paid attention to me. All of a sudden now, it's growing and growing and growing. I tell you, the Bible said, except the Lord build a house, they that labor, labor in vain. And this house is being built by God. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in. We got a number one. We got a caller already, Sarge. And basically, we're going to talk about Chicago and some other things here as well. But we're going to go along. We're going to try to stick to the subject. All right, Sarge, what's on your mind, man? What's on your mind is open. Well,
oh, hey, Martin.
What's going on, Sarge?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Well, hold on, Sarge. Before you start talking, Sarge hit a home run last night on my show. He hit a home run. He brought some things out. You couldn't hear a mouse in the church. You couldn't hear nothing. You could hear. Listen, if a pin would have dropped, you would have heard it. But thank you for that home run last night, Sarge. You really touch a lot of people with your testimony that you had with your son. I appreciate it for you sharing it with us, because you didn't have to share it with us. All right, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, well, Martin, I mean, just go to show from the pouring in of what you got. It ain't just me. Mm-hmm. It ain't just me. And note, I didn't say all women function that way.
Mm-hmm.
I never said that. I know what happened with me. So, and it's like early today, talking to my son. I told him about, last night, what I said and everything, because he might just happen to hear it somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he telling me, well, I remember when Mom called you to come get me. Now, I done just left the combat zone. I got my dog. I'm sitting on the patio in the backyard. I got some E&J and my dog, and I'm off to myself. And I'm just chilling because I'm looking, the sky's blue, and I'm not even believing the world could be like this after what I had just seen. That was his first go-round, right? So he didn't build up no tolerance to nothing, right? She come in there talking about why you drinking the way you drinking and and he's like, do you realize that it ain't been too long ago I'm under enemy fire? Did you? Huh? Well, and I don't know exactly what she said, but he snapped on. He said, you know what? You put people in the army. And it's a damn shame that you put people in the army to do what you too chicken shit to do. He said that to his mama. I was like, oh, and that's when my phone rang. You need to come get your son. And I was like, hey, I can't say he ain't right. You ain't been nowhere. You ain't been out the United States. The only time you was out the United States was when you was in Germany when I met you. But, a lot of stuff happens, and couples need to realize this. Don't get the children twisted up in y'all foolishness. See? You can't stand her, she can't stand you. That's y'all grown. Them children gonna love the both. And what's gonna happen, you start playing them games and twiddling around with them children's emotions, eventually they're gonna grow up and they're gonna look at life from adult eyes. And when they look at life through adult eyes, they're gonna see who played them. And when they see who played them, it ain't gonna be a good day.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sarge, before you go next comment, hold on. I want to give a shout out for my friend Leila Smith. I saw her at Walmart today, and she gave me a good old-fashioned, I'll call a godly hug. I said, I got enough love to spread, I tell you. She said, Martin, I finally got a chance to meet you. I seen you getting out your car and you walking. I said, that's the crime chaser, Martin. She gave me a hug, I tell you, and I released some energy. She released some energy, and it was a wonderful hug. And I appreciate those people that I meet in the street. Thank you so much for your support, your love. And it don't always have to be put money in my Cash App or PayPal, you can pray for me. You can support the show by texting people that showing sharing it on your page or sharing it in your groups. That's really appreciated, very appreciative too. So I want to thank all the people that follow me, because without you, it would not be possible. And I thank God. Sometimes I get before you guys, you just don't know how tired I am in my body, but I'll be tired. But I come, I listen, I try to be patient, and I try not to be biased. I try to hear everybody out. I know some longer than others, and I give some special privileges, and I understand. I'm aware of that. So today, I'm looking for some new callers as well. 872-297-6389. The number is directly over my head, right there on the screen. 872-297-6389. Again, 872-299-0808. That's the easiest number. 872-299-0808. Please call in. I want to hear from you. We won't beat you up. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. My platform is open to the rich, to the poor, the down and trodden out. I don't care what, male or female. I don't care what's your gender, what your sexual preference is. You are welcome here to speak. And this is Black Love, Black Unity, Black Power to the last hour, race first. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I don't take nobody for granted, because it's real out here, people. And this thing is real. So I appreciate you guys that I meet you, to see you, take pictures with you. Some of you guys, you take pictures and you keep them. That's okay. And you don't have to share them. You can keep them for yourself. I don't have a problem with that. Any one of you guys know me, that if you ever meet me live in the flesh, I'm just like what you see here on Facebook. Because I've known Sarge. You see people that got it going on social media, and when you see them in public, they got security guards around them. They're not speaking. They face balled up and all types of stuff. But I thank God I'm not that person. I'm not that person. This fame that I have, it's good. It's good. But at the end of the day, it don't make me. I want us to win, people, in this society. I don't care if you're Foundation Black America, whatever you are. If you're Black, I want you to win. I really do want you to win. Really want to win. Charlene Court, she said, they having an event on 63rd and Hayes tomorrow. I hope you're there. I doubt it. I doubt it tomorrow. I doubt it. I got a lot of things going on tomorrow, too. Say, I missed the topic. Okay, you missed it. But really, we're freestyling tonight a little bit. But basically, we're going to keep it up talking about Chicago. We have so many things going on yesterday. And I want to say another thing. People, I am the crime chaser. I am able to talk about crime. I don't have to go out there and chase crime. I analyze crime. I study crime. And I can talk about crime. Now, a lot of you have watched my videos of other people losing their family members. Now, when it comes to your family members or your friends or your loved ones, now you don't want me to talk about it. You want me to take the video down. And that's not right. That's not right. You don't tell Channel 7. You don't tell Sun Times or Tribune. None of those media outlets to take your loved one down. And anybody know me, I'm not out there showing bodies, dead bodies and all that. I'm not doing that. And I'm not demonizing the dead. Real talk. Do you know, Sarge, that if your loved one get killed in the city of Chicago, even though that may be your son, your mother, your brother, your auntie, your grandmother, you cannot take the body with you. The body is the property of the state. And that's real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, they gotta clear it off the street and all that. And something else that's doggone, Martin, if I was lying, I'm flying, and I ain't raised up off this sofa. You may remember this one situation. Girl was doing a little TikTok video, and a bullet came through the glass, right?
Right.
Do you know when she bled out there in that house there? Do you know it's up to the people renting that apartment to clean all that blood up? You can't call the city to come in, even though it was a murder, and they come pick the body up. You can't call them to come and clean that up. They tell you got to hire a hazardous material company or mop the blood up yourself. I'm like,
that is true. That is true.
I mean, there's people they don't know, and they sit there and it just gets all these. I know my rights. No, you don't know your rights. Everybody say they know their rights until they in handcuffs, sitting up in that damn the back of that doggone wagon or that car. Then all of a sudden, and it's like we as a people, we need to talk to each other better than everything else. Because you ever notice how folk get funky, don't know how to act? Let them stand in front of that judge, stand in front of that white man.
Yes, sir.
Well, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
At the time during the situation at hand per se, I was diligently trying to
shame the devil.
I'd be like, this nigga done turned into Wayne Brady.
Yeah.
He done turned into Carlton from the Fresh Prince. Look at him. Look at how good he talking. But when he was doing them drill raps, he was, I'ma do the nigga in the air up to the nigga dead because I can't understand what he's saying. But he said, well, Your Honor, when you come from a condition of extreme poverty, welfare mother and things of that nature, you must consider the environment of the individual. And like, he sounds better than his damn lawyer.
let me say this, Sarge, too.
Ain't that funny?
Yeah, let me say this, too. Now, people, not only did I talk about white people, I talk about immigrants and stuff like that. And also I talk about black people as well. So I don't leave no stone unturned on this program. So no one is excluded, including myself. And people, I want us to win. I really do. And if black people are going to have anything in this country, Sarge, as a group, I'm not talking about individual, we have to stick together. As a group, I'm talking about. Sarge, he's straight in life, he's established. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to work, or you don't have to punch another clock again. So a lot of us are established, but we want our children, our grandchildren, to enjoy some of the things that we've enjoyed, but we have to pave the way for them. And again, people, reading is fundamental. We have to read. We have to read. We just cannot assume and trust people, hand us a piece of paper and say, this is what it says. No, you have to take the time and read it and go over it and reread it. If you can't read, get someone that can read with comprehension. Period. All right. We're going to take
that's like that information you put out about them immigrants and all the stuff that they get in Chicago.
Right.
There ain't none of these black folks know about that plan.
No.
You broke it down, and I'm sitting here like, look at my brother. Broke it down. It's like, them immigrants got to go.
Yeah.
They got to go.
Hold it, Sarge. 872-299-08. 872-299-08. That's the number of Marianne Beck. You can call in 872-299-0808. We're looking for first-time calls. Go ahead, Sarge. I'm sorry, but I had that. They was asking me.
Oh yeah, you all right? Yeah, because see, and if you go back to all our conversations when folks was damn near throwing bricks at me, internet-wise, but not in real life. You notice ain't nobody talking about, Sarge, one of them old Republicans, he's old Uncle Tom, he's a coon, he's a this. You notice that people ain't been saying that? Because they woke up.
Yeah.
They see what the Democrats doing to them.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute now. This person can't speak English, not no English, English. Then came here to my neighborhood where we've been living since our family came up here from the Great Migration from down south. See what I'm saying? And these folks, they get more opportunities and all kinds of benefits that we could never, like you said yourself, Martin. You look at that EBT receipt, you said women that got 10 kids that don't get that much money.
Don't get that much. I know. Trust me, I know. But Sarge, hold that thought. We got a new caller. Hey, caller, 9207. Hey. How you doing, caller?
This is Marion. I'm doing good, Martin. This is Marion.
This your first time calling?
No, Martin. This is Marion. You know me.
Okay. Come on with it.
How y'all doing?
We're doing all right.
Yes, I put in the chat yesterday. I want to talk about how they decreased my link.
Okay,
people,
come on.
This is real. This is real for us Black people. They got all this link for the immigrants, for people that was not born and raised in this country, who not United States citizens. They got all the link for them. They don't even want to give us $200 a month. Our income, they telling us that our income, they giving us a flat rate. No matter how much rent we pay, no matter what our income is. They decrease my stamps by $10. I can't even get $200 a month for link. But yeah, you got these immigrants coming in here and they getting thousands of dollars for link and they getting thousands of dollars for cash. I wish I would vote for a Democrat. I wish I would. We cannot keep doing the same thing looking for a different result, people. The Republicans have not been in office, and they are not in office for the last 3 years. And this has been, everything that's happened has been under the Democrats' watch. And it has not just been for the last 3 years. If you look in the Black neighborhoods where the majority of the aldermen are Democrats, it's a shame. It's a shame. We're not getting any of the funding. We're not getting anything. And another thing, we're the only group of people that will buy from everybody else.
Tell the
and
truth.
Complain.
And shame the devil.
And complain when we have to buy anything from our own people. They are selling their food out here with these little carts in our neighborhoods, and half of them do not have peddler's license. They don't have no license to be serving food. They haven't took what's the type of license you have to get when,
sanitation
when
license,
you're serving food, sanitation license. They don't have any of that. I tell them, I'm not buying nothing from you. Why don't you go in your neighborhood and sell your food? We can't come over here in your neighborhood and sell nothing. I remember when the pandemic was going on, and they was they was doing some breaking in. The Black folks didn't go over there in the Hispanic neighborhoods across Western or wherever it is and break in, and nothing over there. They let them know, you better not come over here, because you won't be leaving out the same way you came in. You're gonna be leaving out in body bags. We're the only group of people. It's a shame. What is it going to take for us to wake up and come together and live a reality, not a make-believe? Everything going on and happening to us is under the Democratic Party. And I'm not voting for them no more. They haven't did nothing for us.
At all.
At all.
All right.
They have been sellouts.
Okay.
They have been sellouts along with the pastors and everything else, because they are sellouts too. Because politics and religion don't mix.
Okay,
we need to wake up.
Okay,
people.
sister,
hold
on, Doc. I'm gonna give her another chance to speak, but I want to go to this next caller. If you are a Democrat, you're welcome to call and speak your piece and all that. I live in a Democratic city. Hey, I voted Democrat practically all my life. I have voted Republican, but if it's things that need to be addressed. Okay, let's go to this caller, 1703. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Martin, this is Chantel.
Hey, I thought that was you. I wasn't
you
for
know
sure.
I'm calling in.
Okay.
Yes, this is Chantel, the mother of Michael Wesley, who was murdered by Chicago police. So I got a bunch of things to say, baby.
Come on with it.
He is totally right. And he said where they at, they set up right there on 55th and Damon. And I promise you, they out there selling everything. It's like a small, what you call that over there on 41st and
flea market.
like a small flea. She ain't lying. And guess what? They been out there for days, and the police ain't did nothing to them. Now,
not a damn.
Tell the truth.
I done went out there. I done went to Chase Bank. I want to talk to Jamal because Jamal Green, who was up there fighting and won the Chase Bank. I went to Chase Bank to get a loan, a small business loan, because of everything that I'm trying to do with my organization, everything I'm trying to do with my business. My credit score is a 780. I can show you proof, Martin. You can post it on your, and plus I have a 4-year payment background, just in case anybody don't know about credit. I have a 4-year history of payments being paid on time and everything. I went into the bank to get a small business loan just because I'm trying to buy this piece of property. They denied me. They denied. I have the email and the paperwork. They denied me. I asked them, do you have any type of program that y'all offering, for people? Because I get in the program, but my credit score speaks for itself and my history speaks for itself. It is an attack on our people, and we need to wake up. Like you said, yes, we have been Democratic for all our life, because that's what we was taught. We was taught to be Democratic. Most of us grew up with that in our household and everything. But I'm not rolling with the Democrats. My son was murdered by Chicago police under the Democrats. And plenty of more mothers and fathers who lost their children to police brutality and police murder lost their kids under the Democratic Party. This shit, it's a lot. It's a lot that we going through right now. But I just wanted to make note of my credit and my credit score, because they giving these people houses. They giving them loans to buy buildings. It's this piece of property that's been around the crib. It's a business location. I've been trying to get that business for over 2 years. It used to be a chicken shack. And when I tell you the chicken shack used to be rolling, Martin, it used to be rolling. We filled out for that. I'm going to have a problem if they put another race of people in there. I'm going to have a problem with that. I'm going to have a problem with that. In Inglewood, this is where we're born and raised. People are trying. They want to make it seem like everybody are bums. And no, that's not the case, baby. We are trying to get ahead. We ain't even talking about the reparations. We're not talking about the reparations that we owe or talking about everything that we owe. We're talking about what we're trying to build on our own, y'all. We are talking about what we're trying to build on our own. And they denied me. So guess what I did, y'all? I called Chase Bank headquarters, which is in New York. They located in New York. I called the headquarters because I couldn't get to nobody else. And so the lady answered the phone. She was a sales representative. I said, ma'am, I need to speak to somebody above in some type of department. She said, ma'am, I can handle this. I said, ma'am, so I want to ask you this question. Why are y'all in our neighborhood and y'all can't give us nothing? Why are y'all in our neighborhood when y'all can't help us? I said, I need to speak to somebody above. They took the complaint and everything, but I know Jamal Green won the case against Chase Bank. So we need to see what's going on with that $1 billion case. We need to see what's going on with it, because I just got denied again. which is the second time from Chase Bank. Plus, I've been banking with Chase over 8 years. Like, really? Come on now.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ask them why did they deny you? Did you ask that question?
Yes, I did.
And what was their response?
I asked them why did they deny me, and the lady said something about my business credit. But she said I didn't have enough business credit. My whole thing is, when you don't have enough business credit, they use your personal credit as collateral.
Mm-hmm.
So when does that don't apply to me? When does I work hard to get my credit show up, y'all. I work hard to do that. This ain't no simple. You have to be on point. You have to be disciplined. You have to make sure you pay your bills on time. I've done that. Why can't I get a small business loan? Why am I not qualified for a small business loan? Why?
Yeah.
For a business in my neighborhood? Why?
Good question. Let us go to
So I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. They are giving our benefits and resources to these people. They are not studying us. And it's time for our people to make a stand. It's time for our people to make a real stand. They are denying us at the bank. They are denying us for home. Oh, it's a property that I'm trying to get that's right next door to us. It's a property that I'm trying to get that's right next door to us. This was before the small business loan.
Okay, I'm gonna need you.
They tell me
I got another caller.
The lady,
go ahead.
I'm gonna make it quick.
Hurry up.
I'm gonna make it real quick. They tell me that the lady been dead over 20 years. So why are y'all holding up this property? Why are y'all? Who is you holding it for? Who are you holding this property for? Y'all say y'all want $30,000. I give you a $10,000 down payment, and I can work out the rest with my credit. When does that not apply to American citizens? I'm done, Martin. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, new caller, 9449. I think that's Marcus.
Okay, Martin.
Yes, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead. Thanks for holding.
Joined in late, but what are you all actually talking about tonight?
Okay, we'll talk, but just you can hold on, listen up. I'm gonna go back. We're talking about things here in the city of Chicago. What's going on? We talked about the migrants. We talked about. I
can comment on that.
Okay, go ahead.
I can comment on that right quick. Are you all aware that the head of public schools just resigned? Also, the migrant situation, of course, is going on in this city is ridiculous.
Marcus, I need you to hold on for a question. I need to acknowledge a couple of people. Mama House, I see you. God bless you. God bless you. First Lady House in the house. I see you, Dolores Dean. I see you praying for you, reaching for you, hoping everything goes all well for you. Thank you so much. Just a couple people I just had to acknowledge that was on here that I've been talking to. Audrey Mosley, thank you so much for tuning in. And I just want to say, hold your thought, Marcus. And just want to say to some people that I haven't heard from, haven't seen, and I want to acknowledge their presence on the live. So just go ahead, Marcus. Thank you. Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay. What I just learned in this city, the head of public schools was asked to resign by Mayor Brandon Johnson. But the migrant situation that's going on is why I believe why a lot of Black people are leaning toward voting for Trump. They just had a big conversation on WVON tonight about that, the migrants voting for Trump and the shot spotters. These shot spotters really work in our community. As you know, Brandon Johnson is going to veto city council that voted to keep the shot spotters. Brandon Johnson wants to remove the shot spotters. I wasn't aware that he actually removed the police out of school. But Martin, there's a lot going on, and Black people are the main target. The Black vote is up in the air. A lot of young Black people are leaning toward Trump, whereas from what I heard on WVON, that's going to be our worst mistake. But I just heard you say the Democrats ain't done nothing for it.
Well, let me
been a Democratic city for a long time.
That's all I'm saying. Listen, people, I'm not a Republican. I have some Republican views. I have some Democrat views. I'm sorry. I'm looking at our condition on the South and the West side. And I'm saying, like, hold it, wait a minute, hold on. There's no racist Republicans. Donald Trump is not running the city of Chicago nor the state of Illinois. No Republicans. No Republicans is running it. What's the problem? We have black elected officials in this city, in this state, that look like Martin Johnson and a lot of you out there too as well. What are they doing? Who are they representing? I'm not saying if you go out there and vote Republican, things going to change, situation. I'm not even saying that. I'm telling you what it looks like. That can no Democrat that's listening to me right now, and I am a registered Democrat here in the city of Chicago, can tell me that my people are not being left behind. The masses of black people are being left behind under the Democratic Party here in the city of Chicago. And I'm not telling you who to vote or what to vote for. I'm not going to do that this time. Keep my vote to myself.
Well,
but I'm saying, okay, hold on, Mark. What I'm saying is, look at the fruit. The scripture said you'll know the tree by the fruit it bears. I'm just looking at the South and West side. I'm talking about the black community. We have 77 communities here in the city of Chicago. All the white communities are thriving. All the black communities are on a decline. Why is that? Go ahead, Marcus. Then we got a new caller. Go ahead, Marcus.
Well, it's almost like they got us in a game of Connect Four, where they got us both ways. We got to vote for one. We got to put our trust in one or the other. And my thing is, at this point, I see what you're talking about. We're living it. We're living in it. What have they really done for us? We've been voting Democratic all our lives. What have they really done for us? And then what is the Republicans going to do for us? Because at one time we had a Republican president. Illinois had a Republican governor back in the 80s. What did they do for us? What happened? So what I'm really trying to say, and this is going to spook a lot of people, put your trust in God. Our community needs to come together. We need to try to govern our own selves, because neither one of these parties is going to help us to get on the level that we need to get on as black people in this country.
Okay, Helen, come on, Helen.
Martin, can I say something?
That's Helen. Okay, I'll give you a minute.
Martin.
Then I'm gonna let her go ahead. I'll give you a minute. Go ahead, sister. I'll give you a minute.
I just want to say I agree with him 100%. We doggone if we do, and we doggone if we don't. I don't care if we vote for Republican or Democrat. None of them give a doggone about our black behinds. I'm voting and putting my trust in my Creator. That's the bottom line to that.
Period.
That's all I have. Period. That's all I have. That's all I have to say. I agree with the last caller 100%.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Helen, go ahead.
Hey, Martin. Hey, everybody on the panel.
Hey,
Martin, first I want to thank you, Martin. I remember when you first started crime chasing.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, some of us, we didn't see the value in that. You remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you kept on, you kept doing it, and we started seeing the value in your crime chasing. You are the original crime chaser.
Mm-hmm.
Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser, the original. Okay, the original, right? And I understand now why you stopped. You know, when Lori Lightfoot was mayor, she started encrypting police calls. So anybody now that's chasing crime gets the call 20 minutes later. So you're not really seeing crime. It's not really a value because the crime have already happened. Okay. So I just want to thank you for being diligent, being consistent, being passionate, and also being showing compassion toward the family of our deceased citizens here in Chicago. I wasn't going to call in. I was just listening until Marcus called in and said that either Pedro Martinez, the CEO of Chicago Public Schools, either he resigned. I know I have been reading an article about mayor wanting him, or he's adamant about pushing him off. I work in the system. People that work in the system, like Martinez, with this new contract and him shuffling the money around, mostly to schools, getting that money from these top performing schools. They have everything, and bringing that money for schools on the South and the West Side. As I hear everyone saying, Black people have to come together, we have to come together. And I'm going to pose this question, and maybe some of your panel can answer it. What does Black people coming together in unity, what do that look like? What does that look like in our communities? And most importantly, what does that look like politically? Because that's the coming together that we need. We need, if life is politics, everything we do when we wake up is political. Everything. You walk out your door is political. Everything we do, going to the grocery store, the doctor, schools, just our environment and our community is political. And so instead of every day, when I wake up every day, I wake up with a political mind, political thoughts. I don't vote Democrat, Republican. I vote on what policies politicians are putting in place that's going to benefit my children, my grandchildren. That's what I think about. We have to start not being, in the words of Malcolm X, being bamboozled in this political field. See, we have to sometimes just sit back and not go along with the crowd, but just watch and research and listen. Sometimes ask people who they voting for. Just listen. Just listen to them. I ask different people. I always ask people who they vote for. I always ask people about politics, especially when I'm out in the community. That's important. But I especially want to know, how does Black people coming together, like, how do that look for us? And I'm not just saying that everybody just get together and we start doing this and we start doing that, because for Black people to come together, that means that we have to support one another. That's the first thing. We have to support one another.
And shame.
We have to support. We have to support that young mom that's in the community that's trying to work 2 jobs. Instead of talking about her and talking about her children, but she's trying to work 2 jobs. She's working 2 jobs just to provide the basic needs: food, clothing, and shelter. So, and then even how do we come together politically? Because Black people, we are some strong, boisterous people. We hold on. We have our ideas, and we hold on. We hold to those ideas, and sometimes it's hard to break through a brick wall. Now, from my experience, and I've been on this earth a long time, so I could speak on my experiences. I used to have a real closed mind when it came to politics, but as I got older and I just started watching and listening, I was like, damn, you got to open your mind to some new concepts, to some new ideas, because I don't know everything. I know a lot about politics now from the um, just being out there in the community, being active, being an activist, watching these politicians, because it's one thing in politics that it is very disheartening for me, for Black people. When we go to the polls and we elect these people, and then the next day we holler, we got to get them out. We got to get them out. Chicago voted for Brandon Johnson. Voted for him. Now, because the migrants are here, they're getting all of this money. Well, first of all, this is a sanctuary city. This is a sanctuary city. Now, because this is a sanctuary city, that don't mean that we have to take care of them. That part I don't agree with, giving them any type of funding, resources or anything, especially when our people are suffering. This is a sanctuary city. Okay, they can't come here, but they have to come here and make it on their own. We should not be giving them any type of resources over the people that's been here already. Mm-hmm. But still, this city voted for Brandon Johnson. 2 weeks after that, everybody was talking about he got to go. He got to go. We've been trying to get the same aldermen that's in there, especially all the dinosaurs. We've been trying to get them out of office for almost 15, 20 years. The people don't listen. They don't hear us. Or the aldermen come out during Thanksgiving and Christmas and Mother's Day, give out those free gifts, and then the people forget about the trials, the trauma that's still going on in their community. But during Christmas time and Thanksgiving, and we have all these good feelings, and then that selective thinking go in and come in, and then the alderman might invite you, or they come on your block to the block party, and we forget. Or we become blind to the blight that we living in because the alderman came to the block party just once a year. And that's the thing that we have to just. I don't know what to do about it. Yeah. I don't have any suggestions. I've stomped the ground. I've outreached in the community. I've held community meetings. I've walked the blocks talking to people all over the city.
Well,
I don't know what else to do.
Well, let me
let
me say this, Helen. Hurry up. Land that plane, Helen. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Here I go. So now, what do we do now when we have voters' remorse? But we done voted already. The alderman, the mayor will be there. I don't even think he's been there a year. And the aldermen that's there, they haven't been there a year. So now here we are with voters' remorse. Mm-hmm. I'm done, Mark.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your comment. And she got a point. We voted for Brandon Johnson. I voted for him. I pushed for him, advocated for him. And that's why this election, I'm basically like in the middle. What I mean in the middle, I'm telling you can vote for whoever you want to vote. That's your constitutional right. And we have been disappointed here in the city of Chicago, especially Black people. And the reason why a lot of Black people are voting for Donald Trump or anticipating voting for him because of the migrant crisis. Because we see a takeover. We see that the resources are going. I remember J.B. Pritzker, maybe Helen, you can second this. He gave Brandon Johnson money, and the money that he gave Brandon Johnson for the migrants, it was for the migrants only. He gave him that money on the condition it's for the migrants only. And
yes, he did.
That is wrong. But the migrants, you can come to these churches, to these food pantries. You can come to some of these public city shelters and get services. But when your money got handed down, we couldn't touch none of it unless we was a vendor or something. That's the only way that money came in a black person's hand, unless he or she was a vendor or something. It's the only way. So you can't tell me what these politicians can't do, because he put a specific on that. This money is only for the migrants. And that's what he said. And he made it loud and clear. All right, we got 900.
Martin,
Martin, I think that,
can I say something, Martin?
Go ahead.
About what she asked the question, what it looks like. First of all, we have to have somebody in office that has good character. But what it looked like for me is when Harold Washington ran and when he won, when we came together as a people. That's what the politics looks like for me. But we have not had no. We have. I know. Let me finish. Let me finish. I didn't interrupt you.
Was the
I didn't interrupt you.
Chicago a sanctuary city. Okay. I just want to add that point.
Okay. He made it a sanctuary city. That might be true. But one thing about Harold Washington, he was for all people. He was for everybody. I'm not saying anything against this being a sanctuary city. My problem with the migrants is this: take care of home first. Don't take care of people that was not born and raised in the United States of America.
Period.
And take care of them, period, before you take care of people that's born here. We have still people. I stay South Loop. The same people on 22nd Street that's sleeping when you get off the expressway under the viaduct right there are black people, are my people. Where's the shelter for them? Where's the shelter for them? Where is the thousands of dollars for them? Where is the thousands of dollars for the people that was already homeless here? You bypass them and you're going to get. So all I'm saying is the reason why we came together for Harold Washington, and I'm going to say this again, is because he cared for everybody. He still was a man of great character. We have not had nobody running for office. And by the way, everybody didn't vote for Brandon Johnson, because I didn't vote for his black butt. Because I know a phony. I know a phony when I see a phony. And I call a spade a spade. And I live in a senior building where people come in, you don't see them till it's election time. And I forgot who they had over here. And I stay in a building on 15th and Indiana. They had somebody that was running for office. I said, I'm not going down there to see her. They said, why? I said, I haven't seen her black behind in the last 4 years. Where has she been? She taking care of her family. She getting house fell off the hog. We ain't getting fell off the hog.
Let me just interrupt just for a second. So you're talking about yourself, right? But this is a collective. See, the people that voted for Brandon outnumbered the ones that didn't.
You're absolutely right.
I'm not saying that we tell people who to vote for. All I'm asking is that in this political field, how do we collectively as a black community come together? Let's talk about the issue. I've tried it. So now, here we are.
If I may,
working for my people now, because we're dealing with voters' remorse. See, we're dealing with these slogans. Brandon is better, and now we have this other slogan. I'm with her. See, that's the trickery. So how do we educate our community on these tricks that being played on them? Our community, our people, community is traumatized, and it's a very vulnerable community. Now, at some point, we have to, how do we, everybody's saying, I've heard everybody on this call saying, we need to come together. But sister, your statement was your individual. I didn't vote for Brandon. I understand that, okay? I didn't vote for Brandon either. But guess what? The majority of people in my community and Black communities across this city voted for Brandon. I'm hurting.
I'm fully aware of that.
They are dealing now with voters' remorse.
Helen, if I may say something.
Okay. Go ahead,
I
Marcus,
just
and
wanna say
900. Go ahead.
You mentioned a while ago, before the election, before the mayoral election, you spoke highly of a voters block that Black people need to. I think a lot of Black people voted in this election. They weren't educated on who to vote for, and they just went out and voted for Black, the skin color. They weren't educated on who to vote for. I know I voted for Brandon Johnson because Paul Vallis, to me, was like putting Daley back in City Hall. He was a part of that Daley regime. He was a part of, believe it or not, the closing of several schools. Rahm Emanuel didn't just up and do that. That was a part of the Daley administration that was already set in motion. So I think people are just blind on who to vote for. And you got a lot of young people, a lot of our young Black people, they are clueless on who to vote for. I think we need to start educating our people about how powerful a voters block is. When we pick a candidate, when we prepare that candidate and we stand behind that candidate and put them in office that's going to represent our community, the interests of our community. I think we kind of did that back in the 80s when we put Harold Washington in office. And I think at that time, Harold Washington making this a sanctuary city, he was trying to make sure he stayed in office, and Black votes alone wasn't going to keep him in office.
Okay.
That's not true, Marcus. That's not true. Because I went back and looked at the numbers.
I'm open.
Hold up. That's not true. I went back and I looked at the numbers. Harold didn't need Hispanics in order to become the first Black mayor in the city of Chicago. If you go and you look back, you had all of the housing projects mostly occupied by Black people was up. Our numbers was up. So he didn't need the Hispanic vote. And now I remember he made a deal with Gary Chico, because I had to go back. He made a deal with Gary Chico to make this a sanctuary city. Why he made that deal, I don't know. He didn't need Hispanics in order to win that mayoral election. He didn't need them.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question right quick.
Yeah, I need y'all. Hold on.
With this being a sanctuary city.
Hold it, Marcus. I got 900. Let me hear. She's been on here for at least holding on for at least 20 minutes. I'm sorry, 900. Go ahead. I ain't let none of y'all hold on for that long. Go ahead, 900. Sorry.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, well, I just been listening and I got a couple points to make. First, I would like to address the issue with the lady said that she's asking why she didn't get approved for the loans. Now I know that Black people not getting approved for loans, I know the history, some of the history behind that. Some banks have been sued for discriminating against Black people getting housing loans and other type of loans. So I know that that is real. But I do want to let people know, because I used to work at a bank. So I do want to let people know that and while she did mention a lot of things, her credit, her bills being paid on time, just keep in mind too that it may not always be racism. So you don't just want to necessarily jump the gun and just call it racism, because like you asked her, Martin, and this just don't go for her, okay? This go for anybody. But when you get rejected for anything from a bank, even a credit card, they will send you a letter in the mail telling you specifically why you've been rejected. So
I'm still on here. I'm still on here, ma'am, and I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna let you go. But at the same time, I went when they sent me a letter, it wasn't no explanation that fit the criteria of why I didn't get that loan. I said everything that was possible. I had a history, my history. I said that I asked for any type of program or anything, ma'am. I said I asked for all that. No, it is racism. It is. And we have to identify that. This bank that I went to is right around the corner from my house. I can walk there in 2 minutes. And they've been there for over 20 years.
Did you say
Ain't no way that they
did
are
you say
in our
it's-
community profiting?
Did you say it's Chase Bank who denied you?
Chase Bank. Chase Bank,
Okay.
ma'am.
Well, I used to work for Chase Bank, and I will tell you that, and I will tell you that even that Chase Bank, you can look this up. Chase Bank is one of the hardest banks to get approved for loans and credit cards. Because even when I was working there, I didn't even get approved for a credit card the first time I applied. I had to get a cosigner. So that just they discriminated.
They need to get out of our community. So it's no excuse for saying they need to get out of our community.
Let me finish what I was saying.
Oh, yes, ma'am. No, I mean they just need to get. That's my point. They need to get out of community because you know that you preying on the community with low income, low credit scores, and low everything. So you shouldn't even be in this community. That was my point. You can finish, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I do hear your concern. And, like I said, I'm not in the back office because, those people at the bank, they don't approve you. That's not their decision. They put your information in and stuff like that. But the people, the underwriters who approve those mortgages and stuff like that, they had a whole different office and location. So a lot of people may not know that.
Corporate. I don't know if you heard the whole conversation, but I called corporate. I called down to New York. Chase headquarters, ma'am. I called Chase headquarters, ma'am.
I understand. But what I'm saying is,
I called Chase. Now, I'm just saying because you're trying to get them excuse, and I'm not wanting no excuses.
No, I'm not.
Like that was racial discrimination.
Listen. I've been online. I've been listening for the past 20 minutes. I heard your whole talking points. Okay. Now I done heard your piece just now and before. I'm just telling you a little bit of information that I know from a former insider, okay? Because I used to work there, and of course, I used to talk to the employees.
And I swear to God, I understand it, and I think
I would hear things.
Thank you.
So I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying it's not racism. It very well could be racism. I don't know that. I'm not in the underwriting office. I just want people to know, though, not just you, that there are a lot of other factors that go into somebody getting approved for a loan. It's a lot of
you are 100% right. And every factor.
And you know what?
I covered it. I promise you, ma'am.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay,
She was
no, this is something that we need to talk about. Oh my God, because this is something we need to talk
Miss
about.
Miss Brooks.
No, I'm saying
Miss Brooks.
we can all
Hold
sing
it.
together, but we can't all talk together.
One mic.
Oh my
One
God.
mic.
I'm trying to finish my point.
Mike,
Yes,
I'm trying to
ma'am.
finish
Yes,
my
ma'am.
point.
let her talk. Go
Okay,
ahead,
now
man.
listen, I didn't. You getting emotional, okay? You don't have to get emotional with me. I don't work for Chase Bank anymore. I don't have the power to approve or deny you. So you don't got to get emotional with me. I'm just telling you that there are other factors sometimes that you as a consumer do not know about, and you won't know about, because these people who make these decisions, they have their own some of their own inside ideas or concerns about how to
You are
approve people.
100% right, ma'am.
Let her talk. Let her talk.
I'm not denying you.
Let me talk. I'm just letting you know.
Talk.
So that you don't, drive yourself up the wall. It's not always racism. I'm telling you, it could be
Get
racism.
out of our community. You are preying on a low income community.
Miss Brooks.
Hold
it, y'all. Hold it. Miss Brooks.
Because she is getting emotional for no reason.
Right.
She's telling me, y'all get out the community. I don't work for Chase Bank. Who is y'all?
You didn't say y'all.
Hold it.
The bank.
Listen.
The bank. Ma'am, I know, and you sound like you black. You sound like, So I know you don't have any
Oh
hope.
my goodness.
But
Okay.
nothing changed back
Listen,
to. I'm
well,
sorry,
this is what we're
ma'am.
gonna do. We're gonna
I'm
end
not
it.
slow, man.
Go to the next topic now. Leave the bank alone because we can't. It's upsetting some things, and I don't need.
I
It's,
got the proof, Martin. That's why I
no,
want to talk to
it's
Jamal
hold on,
Green. I
hold
got
on.
the proof.
It's not that you don't have the proof. It's just you're not respecting the talker, the caller. You know, she kept quiet when you was talking. She didn't interrupt you. That's what I'm saying. And both of y'all going back and forth is annoying. We got like 8 people on this live right now on the panel.
Okay,
And it's
I
just,
got it.
that's
Good.
all I'm
Okay,
saying.
and we let them talk about their situation.
Right, but I'm just saying she didn't cut you off.
I apologize to the platform.
Okay, she didn't cut you off.
Okay, so I want to wrap up my point about the Linden thing because I feel like I feel like somebody who used to work at a bank. You got somebody on the line who used to work at a bank. I feel like I can offer some valuable information to this conversation because there's other people listening here who may be thinking, oh, you know, as long as I got my credit history, as long as I got this stuff in order, these 5 things that I've been told, that's all they need to check. And I'm just letting people know that these people in these underwriting offices who approve not just loans and mortgages and credit cards. I just said that when I was working there, I didn't even get approved the first time for a credit card. So, I mean, how much more difficult is it for somebody to get approved for a loan? So, I mean, and like I just stated, Chase Bank is one of the hardest banks to get approved for. I mean, and you can look that up. I mean, that's just facts. Now, all banks, first of all, are predatory. Okay. And now you can argue why these banks are in the Black community. They're in the community the same reason every other business is in the community to make money.
Get out our community. Get out our community.
Okay, well,
and that's all I said, my sister. That's all I said, my sister.
Okay.
You don't have that power. So anyway, I'm gonna land this plane on this point.
I wish you get off this point and go to the next point. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So my next point is what that lady, I don't know her name, but she was saying that she made a point when she said what it looks like for Black people to come together, and she mentioned something like instead of talking about single mothers, why don't we try to working 2 and 3 jobs? Why don't we try to help them while they working 2 or 3 jobs? And the first thing that popped into my head is, well, why don't we try to prevent a lot of Black mothers from having to work 2 and 3 jobs by doing a better job in the community with raising better men and holding men accountable so that they don't put their women in a position to have to work 2 and 3 jobs. Think of it, Martin. It's like, okay, you know, okay, we just already assuming that the Black woman got to work 2 and 3 jobs. And why are we already assuming that? Think about it. If she got to work 2 and 3 jobs to support these kids, the assumption is that there is no father in the picture to help with the.
So the reason, let me add.
Hold on, I'm not done.
This was because there was a single woman that moved in this was some years ago, moved in on our block, right? And, she was running, she had actually came from another state, and she was married. She was a school teacher in another state, and she was running from an abusive relationship, and she hadn't quite, was just, kind of afraid to really go out in public. And so that was one instance. She was divorced, just running from a domestic violence from another state.
Okay,
there was
hold
another young sister.
I heard what you said, but I'm addressing your point about.
Ma'am, make it quick. Make it quick, ma'am.
What you're doing is you're generalizing that statement that I made, because every single woman that with 2 or 3 jobs is not manless. The man can be active, but you don't know the totality of a person's situation. So you can't just pinpoint and say, oh, it's the men. And I understand, where you come from, because there are some instances like that. But if you really study the Black community, and I'm not just speaking about what they have on legal help firm or what they are reporting in the news, okay? The CDC did a study, okay, on Black fathers, on fathers across this country, and the study was that Black fathers are very active in their children's lives most of the time, all of the time, over any other racial group, and that Black fathers are more likely to read and eat with their children more than any other racial group, even if they don't live in a home. So you can go ahead on and finish.
Okay, well, I don't. First of all, I'm gonna just say this: I don't believe those statistics from the CDC to save my life.
Of course,
thank you.
And this is another thing.
Because you're looking at the Black community from your lens, from a very immature lens, because you're not
Black men are more likely to be with their children than any other group.
Absolutely, they do.
When we say that,
time out, Martin.
Okay. Hold it. Hold it.
No, I've been on this line 20 minutes. This is not your show, Martin. Can I finish making my point?
Okay, go ahead, make your point.
I was on this line a long time. I didn't say nothing. So you're not gonna come on here and bully me. This ain't your show. Like I was saying though, how are we gonna say that Black men are more likely to take care of their children and read and spend more time?
Absolutely,
because
they are.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, ladies.
Can you mute
ladies.
Can you mute them?
Absolutely, they do.
Ladies,
because you muted me before. Can you mute them? Because this is ridiculous.
I think that maybe just talk about your experience.
Hey,
No.
Okay. This is what we're gonna do. Hold it, ladies. Hold it, everybody. This is what we're gonna do.
You keep looking at black communities and Black
Good
women, and you
blow the horn, Martin. Blow the horn.
Okay.
Yeah, blow the horn,
Because y'all killing me. Hold on, y'all. Y'all making me look real bad. Hold on. Hold it. 900, you've been. Hold it. Now listen.
Because this is not your show.
Right. Hold it.
This is Martin's show.
Now listen.
I never ever claimed this. I never acted as.
Do you all have any respect for the host?
Okay, ladies. Let's kill this conversation.
Any respect for the host?
Let's kill a conversation. We're just gonna go. We're gonna leave this alone. And let's go to something else, okay?
Martin, that ain't no way to have a debate. Just leave it alone. We gotta be
No, because it's causing problems and it's out of order. You yelling, they yelling, and it just. I'm not gonna have it tonight, people. Please, I'm not gonna have it tonight.
People?
Now, you know what I'm saying?
You muted me before.
Yeah, I have muted before. If I mute people right now, I'm mute everybody. You know, I'm not trying to. We're gonna go to something else. We're gonna get off the Black community, and the sister gave you. She gave you.
And our Black men that been told.
Okay, well, I will talk about this at another point in time. You're not gonna stop me from speaking my piece. This ain't none of your show. I don't know who you think you is, lady. You're not gonna get on here and run me off. You're not gonna get on here and run me off.
You ain't even relevant.
It's not gonna happen.
You're not even relevant right now.
Okay.
You're not even relevant.
Okay.
Power to our Black men. All power to our Black men.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Whatever.
Right.
Like I said, I'll make my point at a different point in time. I will say my piece at a different point in time. It ain't got to be tonight.
No, my thing is.
Okay. Well.
Hey, Martin.
Okay. Well, I want to say this about
Martin.
I want to say this about Martin.
Hold it, Helen.
I want to say this about
Let's start.
Can we talk about the spot shotter?
Yeah, we can talk about that next.
And the mayor
Martin, if I may.
Cancel the contract.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
If I may, Martin.
Hold on, Sarge. Hold it. Let me just get my light going over here. Now, people, let me just say this, people. I don't mind us debating, but we all can't talk at the same time. We got at least 7 people. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to give everybody a chance to rebuttal. But y'all, please, we cannot all talk at the same time. We have different opinions and things like that. I don't expect all of us to agree on here. We all not agree. So we're gonna move on, and I don't want No bad blood on here at all. Somebody tell me block this person, mute this person. Please stop that, people. Let's not do that. I have muted her in the past, but she did hold on for 20 minutes, people. I held on for 20 minutes. I'm being honest. She called in 10. Yeah. You know.
This why people.
Martin, can we talk about the spot shot?
Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, Martin. No, Martin,
Go to another. So just over talking me. I was trying to make a point.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Can
We're gonna go
talk
to.
about the spot shot
Okay, let's.
and how important it really is.
We can't do that. That's talk about Chicago.
I wanted to make a comment.
No.
We're not talking about
Because see, right now.
Martin,
Okay, hold it.
this is your show, Martin.
Listen.
You remember the police, the officer that was killed on 54th right off of kids?
I got a comment to make, Martin.
Thank you, sister.
Ella.
Canceling the spot shotter.
Right.
But hold on, Martin. Let me just make this point. Do you remember when we examined that car and those spot shotters was going off? The spot shotter is very important for Chicago. The mayor wants to cancel the contract Sunday. But Martin, you remember on that call when we was on your live, and that the spot shotter is what went off first and brought the sound the alarm that there was shots, that there was gunshots in that area. And that's when the police got over there and they found that officer. It was not the 911 call came later, but it was the shoot spotter or shotter is what actually alerted the police to that area. Because it was three or four of them on that block. And that's what alerted the police to come in that area. And they found that officer dead over there, shot up.
Okay, Martin, what I want to say was
okay, 900.
We examined that spot shotter.
Okay,
we
listen.
Examined it. You have
right.
I wanted to make a point, Martin.
We're not talking about that anymore because you got into it with somebody last. But hold it. We're talking about that. We're gonna talk about the shot spotter right now. Can you talk on that? Because I'm not.
Yes.
Because listen, I'm not going to listen. 900. You were arguing with somebody last night. Now today you're arguing with some people. It just we got to stop it, people.
Martin,
we got to stop it.
They argue with me. They don't like what I'm saying.
Okay.
Just because they don't like what I'm saying, they don't give me the right to dictate over this show.
Everybody.
Okay, but you don't have the right to dictate over me.
So no, you need to stop talking, bro.
No, I don't. This is a free platform.
Martin, can you get a handle on your show?
Okay, listen. This is what I'm gonna do. Hold it. Miss Brooks, y'all, everybody slow down. I'm finna talk right now real quick. Let me just weather the storms. Y'all, let's calm down for a minute. I want to hear everybody trust me, okay? Now, but I'm just saying, we got to stop being confrontational, y'all. Imagine me, the host, have to listen to all this. This is it's a reflection on me.
Stop, Martin.
There you go.
They don't want you to talk at
all.
Sister.
Hold it, sister. Please, hold it. I'm talking right now. I got the platform right now. All right, hold it. Now, what I'm saying is, I understand that y'all may not like what 900 say. Okay, that's okay. There's a lot of things she said I don't understand and don't agree with it, but I want to hear her out. But what I'm saying is, people, we got to stop with these outbursts, or I'm gonna have to put everybody on mute until I call on you. Now, I could do it that way to keep this down. You know,
please do. That's the only way.
Now, there you go. Comment. I need everybody quiet. This is we're not in the nursery school. Stop, boys and girls. This is not. We all are grown on this live, and we want what's best for the black people. That's what I want as a group. A lot of us are doing well. My dear sister Shante, she's a homeowner. Helen is a homeowner. Sarge is a homeowner. And the other young lady, she stayed down in the Loop area. Listen, we all got some skin in the game. So a lot of us are professionals. We work. But what I'm saying is, people, we have young people watching us. We have young people watching. We have to set the example. And we're not looking good. I'm looking bad right along with you guys. It don't look good. So I could do two things. I can Mute everybody. One person talk at a time, or I can make your
Yes.
statement, or I can hang up and send you. And if you gotta make nothing, you gotta call back.
Mute us, Martin. Let
Okay.
us talk.
Yeah,
Okay, but I'm just saying. These
One
are.
person at a time.
Hold on.
Mark, tonight.
Because it's not working right now. It's not working.
Because
Yeah,
the energy
agreed.
is not right.
I can't
So
say
it's probably
nothing.
better to
I can't
just
say
end the
nothing.
show.
Yeah, we're just gonna
No,
we
Probably
talk
just
about the
better
shot
to
spot,
end the show.
right? Because I'm not gonna be arguing.
Yeah.
We've been on.
Yeah.
I think because
Right.
that's very important.
Right.
Okay, if I got something to say about that, you
Okay.
just don't talk over me too.
We can't sit
You know,
here and hear
so,
from a scorned woman all night.
Right.
We can't
Okay, I can
sit
talk
here
about
and
the
hear
shot
from a
spotter.
scorned
There
woman.
you go. There
Okay.
you go. with the name
Okay.
calling.
Let it, if 900, are you going to talk about the shot spotter? Well,
Yeah, they still gonna have something to say.
regardless, don't just talk to me.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to me. Talk to
I
the.
can't talk to you when there's 5 other people trying to talk over me, Martin. That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just do it one person at a time? Clearly, people on this live are too ignorant.
Speak your
They
piece
don't
right
have
now.
the
Damn.
sense.
All
They
right.
don't have the
See,
sense.
there
See,
you go.
y'all.
They don't have
y'all.
the sense.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
Okay.
That's why
Martin, can
folks
you-
don't take the black community seriously. Don't nobody take you seriously. You can't even come together on a
Or
small
you.
talk show.
Or
You talking
you.
about
Or
you
you.
talking about coming
Or
together
you.
to get something
Or
done.
you.
You can't
Or
get
you.
nothing done. You
Okay.
can't even listen to
Now
somebody
listen.
who disagree with you.
Okay. All right.
Nobody take you seriously.
All right, y'all. This is
Girl,
what's going on. Listen. This is
So
what.
nobody take you seriously.
Okay, I'm going to just end the live period, people, because I can't take it. I can't take it. I'm looking bad.
Yes.
It's looking
Thank
bad.
you.
Wow.
Yeah. Good night,
Why
y'all.
you just can't mute one person
No,
at a time,
I'm going to
Martin?
just end the
Good
live
night.
because I've asked you
Good night,
guys
Martin.
over
Probably
and
was something
over
energy
to
is
stop.
off.
We all, we all are grown, and I'm not going to be arguing, fussing.
They don't
listening.
have it in them to
Right,
stop. They don't
right.
have it in them.
Right. So we all.
Like, they
We-
children.
No.
It takes two to tango, and
Right.
one person cannot argue
It's
about
two against one.
themselves.
It's 2 against 1.
Okay.
One
Y'all against
person
me.
can't.
It's 2 against
No,
y'all ganging up on me.
Martin, can you
I'm not-
please
It's
just mute
done.
the phone? Can you not in the lab? Hold on. I've been on hold.
in the show.
Anyway.
I'm just going.
Can you?
I'm-
He's gonna You all keep talking at her.
Get your health back.
Listen.
Martin,
That's
I'm
what
talking to you. I'm calling your name, Martin.
Stop it with the side taking.
Okay.
Martin,
You all keep talking at
I'm
her.
calling your name, Martin.
Okay.
I'm asking you. I've been on hold and I'm listening, and it's getting on my nerves too. I have not said nothing.
Right.
Can you please just mute everybody else and just let the person talk? And when they finish, call the next number and they put everybody else on mute and then do it that way. That way, can't nobody
And
jump
now
in.
what that's
Period.
doing is you're trying to
Period.
dictate. You're trying to
No.
dictate.
So I'm just asking
think
Martin how to do it.
Maybe
I'm
you should
talking
end
to
the
Martin.
call.
Okay.
I'm
This
talking
will-
about.
That's what he's talking about. I was
Maybe you
talking
should
to
just
Martin
end
and you
the
jumping
call
in
and
talking.
then-
Right.
And that's
You-
what he's
you're not
talking
well.
about.
Okay,
Just
people.
you got the flu.
Right.
You know, you had a flu. Just go and end the call because even if you mute, it's gonna come back. It's already out there.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
one person talking at a time. No, it's
Okay.
not, Martin.
So just
No, it's
All
not.
right.
hey,
Martin, have a good night.
Good
You
night,
know,
everybody.
I don't care if you ended or not. I'm
Good
hanging
night.
up.
Yeah.
Have a good night,
Good
Martin.
night. Good night,
God bless
Okay,
everybody.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night, y'all.
All right,
Good night.
thank you.
Disconnect. Yeah. All right, people. I'm sorry about that. My apologies, people. And we're just gonna have to change the rules. I'm trying to have a panel, and we all are grown. Everybody on the panel is grown. We got young people looking at us. The next thing we're gonna start cussing each other out. We don't want that on there. We want to respect each other. And I'm listen. We have to hear each other out. I try to be fair. We have Democrats, we have Republicans on this live. We have people from both parties, even probably some independent people. And I want to hear from all of us. But if we keep cutting each other off, people, it kills the energy of the place. It kills the energy. So what I did, we're going to end the live. We've been on here an hour and 28 minutes, and we'll start fresh again tomorrow. I want to thank it. I want to thank all of you who've that's on here. Thank you for attending this meeting. Y'all forgive me for the behavior that what you witnessed today, and we're bigger than that. Black people, we have to work together. We have to make things happen. All right. Thank y'all so much. You already know what it is. live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame